Baby girl, I tried to
Not putting that down there. Spill it.
but you always fighting and you
Every time.
arguing. Girl, you're so crazy, but you're so sexy. Baby girl, I tried to leave you, but it's hard to. But you always fighting and you arguing. Girl, you're so crazy, but you're so sexy. Sometimes I love you, then I hate you. I can't figure it out. The things we do, girl, they're so crucial. Got my mind in a cloud, and I don't know which way to go, but man, I gotta go now. And when I find out my direction, I'ma let you know how. I'ma do what I'ma do, but I'ma do it without you. Cause when I needed your support, you weren't nowhere to be found. Boo, while you were running around the town, letting all the dudes down. I was sitting at the crib, thinking the way my love was around you. I swear to lift you up, I promise I will never down you. If it's true love that you're looking for, the true love's what you found. Get your act together, baby girl, and stop acting shady. And yes, I still love you, even though you're fucking crazy. Baby girl, I tried to leave you, but it's hard to. But you always fighting and you arguing. Girl, you're so crazy, but you're so sexy. Baby girl, I tried to leave you, but it's hard to. But you always fighting and you arguing. Girl, you're so crazy, but you're so sexy.
What's good, y'all?
Cheers.
Y'all don't know nothing about them apricots and Fruit Loops. What's good, y'all? I appreciate everybody tuning in, man. Thank y'all so much, man. Thank you for whoever's in here. Hit that like button. Thank you so much for hitting that like button. I got a great topic for us tonight, man. We're talking about mental health awareness. And I'm not even just, it's not about awareness. This isn't a mental health awareness episode. This is a mental health episode because this month is mental health awareness month. Now, with me, I'm born in 1985. Let me just keep it real with y'all. I was born in 1985. When I was growing up, there was no such thing as mental. Yeah, they know what time it is tonight. They hit my stream tonight. All right, so hold on. Here we go. So this one tonight is gonna be a very positive, very powerful episode. If you don't want to hear the truth, this ain't gonna be an episode for you. Now, when I was coming up in the late 80s and early 90s, there was no such thing as mental health, right? Yeah, that was wild too. Yeah, YouTube is wild, man. They just doing the most, man. They're doing the most. They trying to stop it, but they can't stop it. So look, when I was coming up, there was no such thing as mental illness. You had handicapped people. Here comes some thunder. Boom. You had handicapped people, and you had you don't need to do that. All right. So hold on. All right. So when I was growing up, there was no such thing as mental illness. You had handicapped people, and then you had retarded people, right? It was All right. So when I was coming up, there was no buzzword for mental illness, right? There was no buzzword. You got
feeble-mindedness.
all right. There was no buzzword for mental illness when I was coming up. It was just there was always mentally ill people. There was always insane people. There was always people with mental problems. That's not the thing. If you understood this government, this world that we're living in, the world that we're living in, for one, let me say that too. When I was growing up, there was more people were functional. It was less people with these problems and having with these mental illness problems. More people were functional in society, right? Now,
what about crack?
hold on. All right, I'm being rudely interrupted. I truly apologize. I'm trying to get my bearings together. But if you understood, right, there was always an undesirable class of people, right? There was always Margaret Sanger called them human weeds. Margaret Sanger called them human weeds. There was always a group of people who felt like they had dominion over everybody. And these group of people has always tried to classify and understand everybody else on this world. If you understood that there was a big, massive agenda to understand the human mind since the beginning of time, then you would understand that a lot of things that are today because of things that were created and caused. Now, every human has a breaking point. If you studied things like MK Ultra, and see, this is a lot of people don't know what the hell's going on. Hold on. For real, thank you. If you understood MK Ultra, and you understood that the government was trying to see the breaking points of humans. There was always things done to us to see how far we could go and what our breaking points are. With MK Ultra back in the day, the government specifically took a bunch of people and said, we're going to see how we can split their minds. We're going to see how we can crack their minds and see what it would take to break the human mind. They were trying to understand the breaking point of humans. If you understood history, if you knew anything about MK Ultra, if you don't, look it up. They tested LSD, acid, they tested all kind of psychedelic drugs on humans to see what the breaking point of humans were. Once they mastered that, because that was a long time ago, I think that was in the 60s, it wasn't even that long ago. Once they mastered that, plenty more and countless more experiments were done on humans. I got something I want to show y'all, and I apologize for my my attitude. I'm a little bit this shit is frustrating a little bit when you're trying to work. Thank y'all for everybody who's in here, man. I appreciate y'all. I want to show y'all some stuff. I want to show y'all something real quick. how there is no coincidences, how most things on this planet, people are victims of something and they don't realize and they can't keep up and don't know how to counteract with what happened to them. And so then we're dealing with this. But let me show y'all something. This video right here is called Top 10 U.S. Government Experiments Done on Its Own Citizens.
Sea spray. When you hear Operation Sea Spray, you might think of a nice ocean breeze. I do anyway. But in the 1950s, this operation was actually part of an experiment to test how possible biological warfare was near the West Coast. The government decided to release a bacteria into San Francisco without telling the citizens, just to see how it would affect them. Even if this were just a common cold, this would be a huge deal. But it killed several people. The result was that it was unlikely that a biological weapon could be hugely successful in the area. Family members of a man who died sued the government for gross negligence, but lost. Number 8, the subway bacteria.
So let's talk about that real quick. So as you heard, they released a bacteria in San Francisco just to see what the effects of the bacteria would be on humanity, on the population. Don't that sound like what we went through in 2018? Oh, okay.
This experiment was called a study of the vulnerability of subway passengers in New York City to covert attack with biological agents. Wow. Why they didn't just call it the subway experiment is beyond me, but I digress. They released Bacillus globigii, a black pigmented bacteria, all throughout the tunnels of the New York City subway system.
My name's Daryl Dixon. I went out looking for something.
Trying to wham me. All right, here we go.
The San Francisco experiment, the New York subway proved to be a prime location for a biological agent attack. A similar experiment was also carried out by the Army in the Chicago subway system. Number 7, the Vanderbilt radioactive.
So it said, I lived in Chicago. It said a similar experiment was done. Let me explain something to y'all, man. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck who tries to stop it. I don't give a fuck what. Nothing can stop what I got going on. Only God can stop what I'm doing. Only God. Look, thank you while you're in here. This shit is for real. And, you know, people don't know what they're trying to do, but it's all right. Look. I lived in Chicago. They said they released the U.S. Army, the U.S. military released a bacteria agent in the subways of Chicago as well. Let me explain something to y'all. A lot of people are not well versed enough to understand regional shit, right? Where I live at now, because I have 3 children. Where I live at now, I'm witnessing everybody in this region where I live having the same problems with their skin. I got children from another state, and I got a child that was born where I live at now. The child my son that was born where I live at now, my youngest, he has the same skin issues that I've met countless amount of people in this area, this region, multiple generations. I know some 20-year-olds, some 30-year-olds, some children, some babies with the same skin issue as my boy, right? So if you're not slow, if you're not dumb, if you're not in La La Land, you would clearly understand that there's something that is in the region that is affecting the citizens of this region. There's something in the water, there's something in the medicine, there's something in the food, there's something in this region that is affecting the people of this region. Just like in Chicago, where my brother and them was born. I got two siblings that's born in Chicago. I grew up in Chicago for a long time, like 9 to 10 years. Just like Chicago. A lot of people in Chicago have gap teeth. They have the same gap tooth, and they have these light brown eyes. just like in Chicago, I know countless amount of people who have gap tooth and these light brown eyes, these Chicago eyes. Just like I know some people from Georgia who have these light brown Georgia eyes. There's something that is in the water, in the food, and the medicine in every region that affects everybody in the region. And if you understand that your government has always had stake in the effects of the people and always wanted to understand the people, then you would understand that there's no fucking coincidences. And you know, I'm gonna say this. All the people who doubt the black man will perish in the end. Because the people, and I'm talking to you, I'm talking to all you doubters.
You talking to me?
Yeah. So
Since you talking to me,
yeah, and hold on. I was talking. Let me stay focused. Yeah, we don't need to doubt the man with the message. The message is profound and sound. You better take it. Take the message, man. I'm telling you. So look.
Since you talking to me,
Look. Let me show y'all. Let me keep playing this. Let me keep playing this.
you don't even know what information I have.
Look. Let me keep,
on this topic.
Look.
It gets
Active
deeper than that.
Post-World War II, researchers became more and more interested in radioisotopes and their effects on the human body. One particular question they had was how it could cross into the placenta of pregnant women. So what did they do? They experimented on pregnant women without their consent, of course. Researchers at Vanderbilt University gave 829 pregnant women in Tennessee vitamin drinks with radioactive iron. At least 3 children died years later from cancer and leukemia. 4 babies died from cancers, and most of the women experienced rashes, bruises, hair and or tooth loss, and cancer. Number 6, Operation Big Buzz. In 1955, the government released millions of mosquitoes, specifically Aedes aegypti mosquitoes, into the state of Georgia to find out how well they could be used in biological warfare. Mosquito bites don't seem like much of a weapon until you realize this species is known to carry yellow fever. They weren't purposely infected with yellow fever, but their presence alone increased the chances of a bite resulting in cases. It wasn't the last time they did such a thing either. They also introduced mosquitoes just to study biting and travel habits, and fleas as well to research the same topic.
So look,
Number 5.
as you heard, mosquitoes and fleas were created by the government and pumped onto us by the goddamn government. Fleas and mosquitoes were created by the government and pumped onto us by the fucking government to spread pestilence and disease. Do y'all remember back in the 2020 when the COVID virus was just starting to spread? They had an outbreak of mice, and then they had an outbreak of the Black Plague in the mice. And then, do y'all remember? Let me show y'all something. I'm gonna go back to that, but let me show y'all something. Robotic mosquitoes.
Robotic mosquitoes.
Yeah, text in the chat. They said text in the chat so you can share your thoughts. That'd be a good way.
I don't got a YouTube.
Pull up to my video up. That'd be good. Look, they got the fake mosquitoes. The AI mosquitoes. Working. Look. Oh, they got him. Oh, they got the spy fly, super mosquito, tech, the honeybee drone. Oh, they got all that. People be getting bit by shit. They swell up. Oh, something's wrong. Ain't nothing wrong. You just got targeted. They just hit you with that payal. They hit you with that payal. That's all. There ain't nothing wrong with you. You just got hit with that oop-de-doo. Oh, shit. Shut up. The bees over here in Chicago are supersized. All of a sudden, everyone having these allergies. Exactly. Come on, man. You know, ain't no coincidences. I got allergies out the wazoo. Ain't no coincidences right now, man.
Cancer.
Hold on, I'm gonna go back to where we left off at.
Post-World War II, researchers became more and more interested in radioisotopes and their effects on the human body. One particular
post-World War II. They started figuring out, trying to wonder how the isotopes, radioactive isotopes, would affect the human body. Why? Because radioactive isotopes were being what? Released. And so they wanted to know what it was going to do to you. So they have a well-vested interest on what and how you think and how you function as a human. Well-vested. They're well invested on how you function. It is not a coincidence on you living and functioning in this world. It's not.
The question they had was how it could cross into the placenta of pregnant women. So what did they do? They experimented on pregnant women without their consent, of course. Researchers at Vanderbilt University gave 829 pregnant women in Tennessee vitamin drinks with radioactive iron.
That's crazy.
At least 3 children died years later from cancer and leukemia. 4 babies died from cancers, and most of the women experienced rashes, bruises, hair and or tooth loss, and cancer. Number 6, Operation Big Buzz. In 1955, the government released millions of mosquitoes, specifically Aedes aegypti mosquitoes, into the state of Georgia to find out how well they could be used in biological warfare. Mosquito bites don't seem like much of a weapon until you realize this species is known to carry yellow fever. They weren't purposefully infected with yellow fever, but their presence alone increased the chances of a bite resulting in cases. It wasn't the last time they did such a thing either. They also introduced mosquitoes just to study biting and travel habits, and fleas as well to research the same topic. Number 5, Project Chatter. As fun as the name of this experiment is, the actual practices are less than quirky. This experiment ran from 1947 to 1953 and was run by the U.S. Navy. They started testing truth serums, substances that could extract confessions and intelligence from people when necessary. At the time, they were considering using it on Soviet spies. Chemicals used to attempt this include mescaline and scopolamine. In the end, it seems none of the chemicals got them any closer to the truth. Number 4, tuberculin infection. When researchers experiment on adults, it's one thing, but children are a whole different story. In 1908, 3 Philadelphia researchers infected children with tuberculin, a protein derivative of tuberculosis. As a result, some of these children were left permanently blind, and others had painful wounds and swelling. The worst part is how they referred to the children in the study. Instead of test subjects or children, they referred to them as material used. Brutal. Number 3, Willowbrook experiments. Still shocked that people would use children in experiments? Brace yourself for another. While trying to find the cure for hepatitis, researchers in 1970 took children from the Willowbrook State School, an institution for mentally handicapped children. That on its own is extremely unethical, but they didn't stop there. They then injected them with experimental drugs that didn't work. Most children contracted hepatitis anyway. The officials said it was natural, since the disease was prevalent in the institution and they expected the patients to become infected at some point anyway. Number 2, Tuskegee Syphilis Study. You knew this one would be on the list. The Tuskegee Syphilis Study is one of the most well-known examples of U.S. experimentation on its citizens. 600 African-American men were chosen to be in the study. They were tested for syphilis, of which 399 were positive, but were never told. For 40 years, they watched as the disease persisted and manifested.
40
Even
years.
after penicillin was used to treat it, the participants were denied access. All the victims
40
got from this,
years.
after suing the government, was free burial service.
All they got was free
Number
burial.
1, measles vaccine experiment. When the measles vaccine started being tested in 1990, doctors from the CDC wanted to know if it could work to replace natural antibodies in babies. They tested it on thousands of babies in developing countries. The results weren't good. The number of babies who died is unknown. So now let's talk about how it affected children in the U.S. After researchers knew the effects, they started testing it on minority communities in Los Angeles. When they saw that African American babies were dying at alarming rates, up to 3 years after getting vaccinated, they stopped. The CDC later came forward saying the parents of these children never knew they were getting an experimental drug not yet approved by the FDA. Thanks for watching. As a U.S. citizen myself, I find
Crazy. So just to know history of shit like that, just to let you know, this country's well vested in your disorder and your dysfunction. Is not, you're not just dysfunctional because you're dysfunctional. No. You're dysfunctional because she was made to be dysfunctional. You know? We are just alien experiments. That's all we are, man. This is all this shit is, man. Aliens doing their thing with us, having their way with us, man. They want us to be freaky. Oh man. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, but that mental illness is very real. If you have problems, if you have any help, any issues, like you feel any weird way, go get some help. You know, we're living in the information age. You know, their solution is your next problem. I already know. Come on, you know, I just had to say. Listen, I had to say that because I had to say that. Because if you go, well, you know what happens if you go there. Your ass will never come back the same. It's not a joke. All this shit is not, you know, it's not coincidental. It's very serious. It's very intentional, man. Man, I don't know what people think, man. I don't know what people think, but I know exactly what's going on. Okay. Run up if you want to. But yeah, that shit crazy, man. I just wanted to say, man, thank y'all for all my people who do support me. You know, because there's a lot of people who don't, man. You know, yeah. Their solution is your next problem. If you take, boy, you go over there trying, yeah, it's gonna be fucked up. Yeah, it's gonna be fucked up. But the solution, the true solution though, to help yourself with aid yourself with mental illness would be love yourself, be in reality, because insanity is a true form of definition. So when I won't say it's the true form of definition, but insanity is a form of definition. When you're not, when you are living an insane life, that means you're not in alignment with reality. You know, to the only way to not be insane and is to be in reality about shit. You know, you have to come to terms with some things. You have to be in real about some things. You know, and then after that, your life will start lining up. But I just want to say mental illness is very real, and I pray for those who deal with it, because you know, I know people who have mental illness. We do what we can, and but I just say this, you know, just try to live your life to where nothing breaks you, because in this life, y'all have to be broken. But yeah, I wanted to say thank y'all so much. And they bumped my live off. They bumping my live off, man. Shit crazy, man. Look, it said I've been live for 38 seconds, y'all. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. They want me to get off live, y'all. What y'all think? Y'all think I should get off? What y'all think? Y'all think I should get off? Nah, man, for real. Man, come on, man, for real, man. Yeah, man, for real. I'm gonna start doing I'll start doing some videos and stuff but what I do, I'm gonna tell y'all something. What I do is like some Batman shit. You don't want to just get everybody involved in this Batman shit. That's why I just don't even, my kids on, I got videos, plenty of videos with the family. But I'm not really just trying to, here, look, y'all, I'm gonna say this shit because I have to speak as an adult to adults. I mean, the internet could be a kid, it could be anybody watching me. But I'm saying, like, this is adult content. This ain't for kids. So I can't just really just be talking like this in front of my kids. You get what I'm saying? It's crazy how YouTube just started my live over, bro. That's crazy, bro. Just to take my time off, like whatever they do, like it's crazy how they do me, man. It's crazy how they do me, man. Not many people watch, and she could lone wolf it for real, man. Man, people don't know. Man, I'm gonna say this. Let me say this. What's for you is not for everybody else. What's for you? Yeah, they did this shit to Jesus. I mean, I know what we're doing. Look, just know, um, what's for you is not for everybody else. So some people might look and see what I got going on, and they might say, "Oh, I want to do something like that, and this and that," but you don't even understand the pressure that come with this shit. You don't understand. I've been doing this for so many years, and they act like, nigga, I don't even, nobody watches, and this is and that, and you know. Teach her, and she picks subject. Nah, for real. I'm gonna show her the game. I'm gonna show her the game. I'm gonna show her the game. I'll show her the game, man. You know, I'll show her the game. I'll show her the game. But she knows the game. She had a YouTube channel. She had a channel before. She know the game. You know what I mean? She taught me some shit about YouTube, to be honest with you. Some stuff I know. She taught me some of the stuff I know. But I'll say this. Everybody just don't be having that consistency. Consistency is what makes you or breaks you. Because if you actually are on the verge of breaking through and then you give up, bruh. A lot of people be on the verge of success and then they give up because they can't push through the times of where nobody's doing no attention. Man, I got goddamn, man. I'm sacrificing for my kids. I'm sacrificing to everybody, man. So to be honest, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. I work very hard, very, very, very hard, right? Not this YouTube shit, in real life, right? I work very hard on YouTube too. Male hardship. No, look, I work very hard in life, right? At work, in life, I do everything. I do way more than I'm supposed to, right? Before I get on live, I gotta bathe my boys. I gotta cook. I gotta, whatever I gotta do. I bathe myself, shower up, whatever I gotta do, right? It's so much that takes, and this is after working. This is after getting killed at work. This after being, you know what I mean? So it takes a lot. It takes a lot to do what I'm doing. I'm fighting through yawns right now. I'm sleepy. I fell asleep on live the other day on my live. I fell asleep the other day on my live, y'all. Come on, man. The real ones who support, they know, they watched it, you know. Yeah, you need her to. I'm gonna say this, man. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this. I ain't gonna say that. Big BAYDAY is a lone warrior. I love family. I'm for everybody, but I'm a standalone guy. I hold this shit down by myself, and that's just how I am. Because nobody's gonna do it right how you want it to be done, man. You know, or for me, I just don't be having the right help. But that's how life goes. When you're good at shit, bro, ain't nobody helping you, bro. You're good. Everybody helping you. You already, oh, he's good. He got it. Ain't nobody helping the man who's good at shit. But yeah, this mental illness shit is for real, man. I'm gonna show y'all a couple shorts. Let me show y'all one of these couple shorts, bro.
In 1924, Carney Landis, a psychology graduate at the University of Minnesota, developed an experiment to determine whether different emotions create different facial expressions specific to that emotion. Most of the participants in the experiment were students. They were taken to a lab and their faces were painted with black lines in order to study the movements of their facial muscles. The subjects were made to smell ammonia, to look at pornography, and to put their hands in.
Oh no, that ain't what I was trying to look at. The fuck?
The Weirdest Psychology Experiments Part 2 in the 1970s. The Rosenhan
experiment. I don't care about none of that shit. I don't care about none of that shit. They've been playing with us forever. The only thing we need to do, man, is get right, rise above, and that's it. We need to get right, rise above, and stop thinking you can get help from the person who gave you the problem. The person who gave you the person who caused the problem cannot help you solve the problem. That's why I don't be understanding people, bro. But hey, I ain't here to talk medical. I ain't here to talk none of that. I'm just here to tell y'all this mental health shit is real. Let me see if I got some footage. I know I got some footage. Watch this. Watch this, y'all. Donald Trump. Let me see what my boy talking about.
We need that so badly. And when you talk about the mental health, we need that so badly. And when you talk about the mental health problems, when people come back from war and combat and they see things that maybe a lot of the folks in this room have seen many times over, and you're strong and you can handle it, but a lot of people can't handle it. And they see horror stories, they see events that you couldn't see in a movie, nobody would believe it. Now, we need a mental health help and medical, and it's one of the things that I think is least addressed, and it's one of the things that I hear, like your question, it's one of the things that I hear the most about when I go around and talk to the veterans. So we're going to have a very, very robust level of performance having to do with mental health. We are losing so many great people that can be taken care of if they have proper care.
Look, my nigga said, oh, let me play that one more
need
time.
that so
Not the whole
badly.
thing.
And
Listen to this.
When you talk about the mental health problems, when people come back from war and combat and they see things that maybe a lot of the folks in this room have seen many times over, and you're strong and you can handle it, but a lot of people can't handle it.
You heard what he said? He said a lot of people are strong and can handle it, but some people can't handle it. So Trump understands, and he knows that there's a breaking point to the mind. Donald Trump is to the understanding that there is a breaking point, and he knows that certain people break under certain stresses and pressures. So these people, and I love Donald Trump. But he is to the understanding that these wars and these stressful events is, oh yeah, Biden's a piece of crap. Look, Donald Trump is to the understanding that these wars and these stressful events are causing people to snap and break and lose their mind, Because I'm gonna tell you something. If you have to harm people over and over and over and over and over, it don't matter if you're trained or not. That's not a job, bro. That's evil. That's not a job. To kill people, to be in the army is to be a legal killer, to be a legal murderer. That's exactly what you are. If you join the army, you're just you want to be a legal murderer. Suicide is crazy, man. And I'm gonna say this. If anybody out here commit or doesn't, you can go through any stress. Please never commit suicide. You can go through anything, man, but please never commit suicide, because if you commit suicide, you can't come back from that. That's one of the ultimate sins. Because it's actually cowardly. It's cowardly because you can endure to the end and fight and then get pushed through your struggle and get to a better situation. Easy. You get what I'm saying? But let me show y'all something. There's some people out here who are not even gonna put that on here. I'm not gonna put that on there. That'd be distasteful. It was a predator who was trying to do something with a little boy, and this motherfucker, insane is what I was gonna show you, but I'm not gonna show you because this is a fucking predator and he's an insane piece of shit. And they rationalize insanity in their minds. I don't understand this world, man. How people rationalize insanity and just try to, go forward with it. But, I just pray to God that he has mercy on all of us, because we're in this together, and it's a lot of people exhibiting flawed behavior, Let me say this, because everybody's talking about Bun B right now. And Bun B, I just want to, he's not really a gangster rapper. He was a gangster rapper. Pimp C was really the gangster. Bun B was really the government agent the whole time. If you know the game, you know. And look, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it because he actually testified. You know, rappers act like they don't snitch and shit like that, but bro's actually gonna testify on this young man for robbing and breaking in his house. And let's see what he's saying. You know,
can't communicate, and I get so angry all again because she didn't deserve it. She didn't ask for this. She didn't ask for this. The next morning, she got out of bed and went down to the kitchen, and I heard her scream, and I went down to see what was wrong, and she had her back turned, and she was crying, and I was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? She was like, I can't. She was just shaking furiously. I can't. I was like, well, you can't. She's like, I can't look at those stairs. And it was from that point where we realized like she couldn't even be in that house anymore.
Hold on. Let me say something. That is some sucker ass shit. Let me say something. Okay, his wife got robbed. So the young man right here, the young man burglarized. Let me show you. The young man right here burglarized the house. Okay, he trying to get some money. He ain't got no money. He's a rat. He's just a rat. He's just a hood rat. It's not his fault. He's just a local hood rat. He needs some money. He's a little punk trying to get a quick buck. He thinks Bun B got some money because he's a rapper, right? Bun B's a rapper. You know, this young nigga, this young little rat thinks he got some money, so he runs up in his house, puts the gun to his wife. You know, he ain't shoot her or nothing like that, but he puts the gun to her and he robs him. I don't know what he got. I don't know nothing about that, but he's testifying. And I think this young man, this ain't no boy, he's a young man. This young man's about to get 40 years from Bun B's testifying on him. So Bun B's gonna testify on this young man. He gets 40 years, right? Which I'm not saying nothing bad. I'm not saying he should have or should have testified. I'm not saying that because the police got him, whatever. But what I am saying is he is talking about his wife shouldn't have went through that, and she shouldn't have had to go through that, and she can't live in the house no more because she been through that. What about him? Oh, 40 years is crazy. 40 years is, listen, 40 years is crazy. That's slave labor. Listen, that's 40 years of free state labor. Slavery. Welcome to slavery. And we all know in the 13th, under the 13th Amendment, if you get locked up, you become a slave. Oh my God. Young nigga, you are a slave. So what I'm trying to say to y'all is man, it's not a problem that he's
she got out of bed and went down to the kitchen, and I heard her scream, and I went down to see what was wrong, and she had her back turned.
Protect her.
And I was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? She was like, I can't. She was just shaking.
You must
furiously.
have
I can't.
a gun to her.
I was like, well, you can't. She's like, I can't look at those stairs. And it was from that point where we realized like she couldn't even be in that house anymore. It is because, you know, there are times when she gets closed off.
It's big. This is supposed to be a gangster rapper, man. I got a pocket full of stone. That's Pimp C. But this man's supposed to be a gangster rapper. And he's crying on behalf of his wife. You big sucker ass nigga. You just got robbed. What are you talking about? Your wife? She's closed off. What are you talking about, bro? What? What are you talking about, bro? What was your experience in this shit? And I know that's one part of the testimony. I know that's just a 30-second clip of his testimony. I know that. But these dudes be killing me with this soft ass shit, man. I swear. But I'm gonna get off here, man. It's your big homie, Big BAYDAY, man. I appreciate everybody for being on, man. I'm very tired, a little tipsy, and that is what it is, man. Sipping some tequila with some lime juice, man. Let's get it. Have a good night, y'all. Y'all live y'all's life, enjoy your life, man. You get one life. Live your life, enjoy your life. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much. Why you in here? Thank you so much. BH. Who else we got in the building, man? Thank y'all for y'all support, man, because it's not easy for me, man. I got shit I'm battling on behind the scenes, in the scenes. This shit is crazy, man. So the devil works. It's just like I work for God. The devil works too. And I'm not talking about nobody in specific. I'm just talking about in general. There's always something going on. So y'all stay strong, stay in the game, stay mentally strong. Don't let nobody break you down, man. I love y'all.